Bro, you cannot make this stuff up. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I'm trying to not tone down my emotions because this is literally insane. So I show up to work tonight. I'm driving a little ferry, like a people water taxi, for people that stay on a hotel here. I met someone. I wasn't even supposed to work tonight, right? So I show up, and this dude comes like up pretty freaking like drunk, and man, I don't know how it happened. The Lord is so good. We just started talking about like Jesus, and like he's like swearing up a storm, drinking, and then without me even doing anything, he just like starts like catching himself like about how he doesn't like how much he's cursing. He's like doesn't like how much he's like the fact that he's drinking and stuff like that. And man, we just got into like talking, dude. I got to like pray over him, and it was wild. But what just happened like freaking blew my mind. I was sharing my testimony with this kid, and I was telling him about like we got into talking about like the mark of the beast, right? Like you won't be able to do any transactions without the mark of the beast on either your hand or your forehead. People are already paying for stuff like Whole Foods with the right mark of the beast. And I was telling him, I was like, man, it's insane, like freaking like I asked him if he'd seen like Elon Musk's picture, right? And so I just Google it, and he's wearing like a satanic like armor. Like I'll show you guys the picture. But right before then, I was kind of sharing my testimony of how I was my ex, like I was dating this girl with like a red snake tattoo, and I was like, oh haha, the devil. And how like the singer of this band called Godsmack, right? Like the dude was like, oh, like I'll be whatever you want me to be with regards to your music career. And like just talking about all sorts of stuff, how like the devil was in charge of worship in heaven before he got kicked out of heaven. He was in charge of the music, and if you listen to the music of today, you can clearly tell whose hand is at work through like I guess like just worldly music. Like it's like all about murder, freaking like violence, just like sexual immorality, to be honest, all that stuff. But it's kind of insane. I was telling him like this guy like from a band called Godsmack, right? Like just offered this chick, like he's like, oh, like you need to break up with your boyfriend, you need to focus on your music career. This guy doesn't even seem like your type. Like talking about me, and he'd like met me for all of like 15 minutes maybe. I just thought it was like funny, haha, like that out of all the bands, like Godsmack is the name of the one band that like like she like the guy like offers my ex like basically like a music career, right? Like, and it made me think of like, oh, the devil came down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal, right? Like that song about how like he trades the guy a fiddle of gold against his soul, right? I think the guy like offered her like like a music career in exchange for her soul kind of situation. But like going back to the Elon Musk thing, so I like look it up. No cap, you cannot make this stuff up, right? Like I had this like theory right in my head about how like this guy from this band called Godsmack was like satanic, and how he was like an agent of the evil one, just doing the devil's work out here in the world. But like freaking, I go to look up freaking Elon Musk's Twitter picture. His profile picture is him wearing a satanic like armor, but like you can clearly see like the upside down cross, like the ram's head, like the goat head, freaking like that's straight up like Lucifer, the devil. That's devil worship stuff. That's straight up Satanism. And when I like look up this freaking picture, boom, the first thing that shows up, this is beyond confirmation of what I had already like believed. But boom, who is the very first picture? Freaking Sully Erna from the band Godsmack, the guy who literally flew us to New Jersey to go see him, watch him perform whatever with his band. And he's the same guy who like convinced my ex to like oh, you need to break up with this guy, you need to focus on your career, like this and that. And like tell me why, as I'm telling this kid, like kind of sharing my testimony of how I came to know Christ, how I came to know the Lord, I just get such an insane confirmation, like completely unrelated to anything. I was like, Elon Musk, satanic coat of armor, just trying to show this kid the picture, right? Like I think Elon Musk might be like partially the Antichrist, right? With the mark of the beast, the Neuralink stuff. That's mark of the beast technology for sure. But boom, the very first result is just a picture of this guy that I was just talking about, from a band called Godsmack, like, and then I clicked on the article, like I scrolled down and like I'll let you guys read it like yourselves right there, talking about how like he doesn't want to be the poster child for it, but he's been like known to like pretty much practice witchcraft like it were like any other religious practice, and how he just doesn't want to be the poster boy for it. But bro, like are you serious? Like my ex had a red snake tattoo, and I remember making jokes, oh haha the devil, but like boom, completely unrelated, talk about Elon Musk and talking about Neuralink and the mark of the beast, stuff like that. And I just shared that story with the guy about this Godsmack character, and boom, first result, Sully Erna right there, front and center. I was like, that is insane. You can't even make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Like, there's too many coincidences. That's all I have to say. The only point of this video is like, yo, like, boom, like tell me that's not an insane coincidence, if you want to call it a coincidence, right? Like it's insane.